that chili dog just hits. I've been cooking chili for years and I'm telling you, this one is the one. You guys have got to throw down on this chili. It's ready in about 20 minutes and it's got layers of flavors, plenty of heat, and of course, perfect on hot dogs. Don't worry, I'll shut up. I'm gonna eat this. You go watch the recipe. I'm gonna eat it all. All right, so we can't have chili dogs without hot dogs, and the chili doesn't take very long to cook, so I wanted to go ahead and get the hot dogs prepped. I'm gonna smoke them today. I'm not putting any seasoning or anything on them. We got the chili and all the toppings. So let's get started with that. Now what I've got is the slot dog here. So this is a nice crosshatch blade, and these ones are the all beef dogs that I got from Costco. What I like to do with these, just to get a little added texture, is that you use the slot dog. You can use a knife. I've done that in other videos. You just push it down until it starts to have some pressure, peel it off, and there you guys go. You can see that it's got a nice texture in there, and then you want to do that on both sides. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to smoke these at about 250 degrees for maybe 45 minutes or so. I just want them to get a nice smoke flavor, that darker color. All those crosshatch scores are going to open up nicely. You'll see. I'm going to go pop them on. All right, now my favorite part, making the chili. So let's get the pan on the burner. All right, the pan is heated up here. I've got a cast iron skillet and I have 80-20 beef that we're gonna add in here. And this has enough fat, I don't even need to oil the pan or anything. Let's get this into the skillet. And I'll tell you about this little tool I have. This tool, which you probably have one at home or have seen, this is like the best thing ever for mashing up meat, especially when you want the meat to be really fine. Like for chili or tacos, this is a must. I'm gonna link it in the description below for you too. I'll probably use this all throughout just to keep breaking it up as it kind of sears, and turn the heat up a little bit because I know that meat dropped the temperature of the pan just a little bit. Now, as the meat renders down, it's gonna release its fat. You can start to see that here, and stir this up and I'll break that up a little bit more. All right, now that the meat's almost browned, we're gonna add in our secret ingredient, which is my Sedona sand. This is my chili powder. I'm gonna add about 2, maybe 3 tablespoons here, depending on how strong you like it. You can smell that right away. And I'm gonna go ahead and add in a little bit of garlic. I've got 4 cloves right here that I pressed out, and we're gonna stir this all up and get this cooking. We'll break up this meat more, toast these spices, and it's gonna start coming together. Oh man, this smells so good right away. You can probably see this is a lot of meat, so I did 2 pounds. We're smoking up quite a few dogs, and I always like to have leftovers, so you do you, but I'd recommend at least 2 pounds. Tell you what, I'm gonna add a little bit more because it's not too salty, and I like that extra heat. This is looking really good. We still got a little grease in the bottom of the pan. That's what we want. We don't want this to be dry. And on that note, let's go ahead and add in some of the other stuff here. So we got a little bit of the Worcestershire sauce. Wow, I think I might have said it right that time. 2 tablespoons, but I'd say splash to your heart's content. And then I'm also gonna kick it up a little bit with some chipotles and adobo. Now you don't have to do this. You could add in chopped jalapenos. You could add other different kinds of chilies. You could cook in onions if you want to, but I just like to kick it up a little bit more. Adds a nice smoky, savory layer with both of those seasonings that we just added in here. So now my secret ingredient is actually yellow mustard. I think this is a really classic flavor in chili and barbecue in general. And I like to do about 3 tablespoons of yellow mustard. Kind of gives it a really nice tang. You can use Dijon if you want to. You can skip it altogether, but I think you're just missing a little bit extra flavor. I want everything to kind of coat the meat because in a second we're gonna add one of the last ingredients, which is tomato sauce. Now we're gonna add 1 large can of tomato sauce. This is 15 ounces. If you're curious, pretty standard size can. Keep this on low. And we're gonna cook this until the sauce kind of melds into everything. Everything's gonna get nice and thick, and it's gonna make just the perfect consistency for chili dogs. Turn this heat down just a little bit. I don't want this to get too thick and dried out. We're just gonna let this cook super, super low. You can see there's not a lot of liquid. This is a nice thick meat paste for chili dogs. Oh man, this looks so good and it smells delicious, and we're almost there. One last ingredient, which is a little bit of brown sugar. Just kind of adds that sweetness to balance out some of the heat and spices. I'm gonna stir this in right at the end here, just to kind of let it melt in. Now you're gonna have that layer of chilies, the garlic, the sweetness, the savory. This is gonna be a great chili. All right, time for a little test. This has basically just been on low for a few minutes here while the hot dogs are finishing up. I just wanna taste test it and season if I need to, but I mean, this looks fire. You gotta give it a shot. Wow. And it's nice and spicy too because of those extra chipotles that we added in there. I cannot wait to eat a chili dog. All right, I got the hot dogs here. They're great. Nice, plump red, and they've got that awesome crosshatch that I really wanted. Everything kind of opened up and they're nice and smoky, totally smells like it, so let's go. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I'm serving chili dogs, I like to throw them down on a pile of chips because the chili dogs get real messy and they kind of splatter over everything. So it's kind of fun to eat all the chips covered in chili at the very end. All right, now you could top them however you want. I like to put a little cheese on the bottom here because that warm chili is gonna melt it. Don't worry, I'll top it with some more cheese. Some people love mayo, some people put mustard in here. Let me know what you guys like as far as your favorite combos. I'm always open to trying new things. Of course, we gotta scoop up this chili. Let's get this on the dog. Oh my gosh. Is that not just like the most perfect thing ever? I mean, come on. If you don't like chili dogs, I'm not sure if we can be friends. This is what I'm talking about right here. Where it falls, that's the best part, because then you get those chips, no chili left behind. All right, for me, I love a little mustard on my chili dogs, so we'll get that going. Brighten it up a little bit more. Don't worry, I didn't forget the cheese. I like super finely shredded cheese too. And of course, I gotta have some white onions on mine. All right, enough showing off. Time to dig in. I have been waiting so long for this moment. It's been forever since I've had chili dogs. The beard. This to me is the appropriate ratio of chili to hot dog. Oh, it did not disappoint. The chili is so nice and spicy. Every bite is just savory, sweet, cheesy. Look at these, you guys. I mean, come on, who wouldn't want these? People we don't trust, that's who. Seriously, guys, go make this recipe. Come back and let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Cheers.